What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Clutch. Tonight we have a very special family that is near and dear to my heart. Todd, Jodie, and Hanna from Unbelievaballs actually gave me my start in the whole breeding process. So give them some love. Make sure you check them out. And here they are. What's going on, guys?
Nothing. Hunkered down like everyone else.
That's boring. No,
it is.
I'm proud of you. It's better than me. I hung down. I get sick because of it. So whatever. So I think a lot of people know the backstory for Unbelievaballs a little bit and how Hannah's a very persistent little shit, to say the least.
Accurate.
That's the least. Yes.
But we'll jump in there and kind of do the intro story for those that don't know real quick. So tell me how Unbelievaballs started.
You want me to tell it? Yeah, you started it.
You're the one that begged me for this interview for like 3 freaking months. Come on.
All right. So basically, I was like 6. We had just gotten our 2 Rottweilers, and we saw that there was a pet show, like an expo thing, and we're like, hey, maybe we can get some stuff for the dogs. So we went out, and I didn't really care about any of the other animals. I just begged my parents to go into the reptile room. So they're like, you know what, this could be fun. Let's do it. So we went in there, and we're seeing all these things, and we find a really good buddy of ours at Shar, isn't it Jason, for people that hopefully know. If they don't, they should. And this was back in the day where like they would literally let you hold and touch everything you wanted. So I had everything from like retics to hissing cockroaches. It was ridiculous. And then it was like just before my 7th birthday. So my mom and dad were like talking and like, maybe we should have this guy at her birthday party. So lo and behold, he came to the party with like 50 some animals, and he was showing off all these things. He had like crested geckos and snakes and cockroaches and spiders, and he had all these things. And for my birthday, he gave me my first ever ball python, and I named him Yoda. And he was just a little normal thing. And then I was like just learning how to read, so they got me a book, and I'm reading the book, and I'm like, all right, he's shed, he's gone to the bathroom, the humidity's good. And then it gets to the part about breeding. And I'm like, I go up to the 2 of them, I'm like, Yoda's a boy, right? Yeah. Well, I need a girl to make snake babies. And then wherever dad is, he started it exploded. Everything exploded. We went from 1 snake to like 15 to like 100 to like 300. And then we were like, this could actually go somewhere. So we started attending more shows, and we started vending. And then this beautiful woman right here decided to call ourselves the Unbelievaballs. And yeah, now here we are.
Some people say I have an addictive personality.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I would say it's fitting based off of our first meeting.
Oh,
I don't know if you remember it. I almost remember. I wouldn't say clear as day, but pretty damn clear. I remember. So it was at a San Diego Super Show, and then I walked up to the booth, and you were trying to sell that bamboo blitz, but you weren't really trying to sell it. Like you had the price tag on it, and you're like, no one's gonna fucking pay this. No one's gonna pay this. And then the guy in front of me was like, well, I really like it, but is that your best price? I was like, either you pay this or you don't. He's like, well, let me go ask my wife. And you and me looked at each other and started fucking laughing. You're like, okay, he's out. And I looked at him and I was like, give me like 5 minutes, man. Like, I like that snake. Give me 5 minutes. And you're like, oh, he's fucking gone too. And I walked off because my wife was, what the fuck was she looking at?
I don't know. She was there pushing the stroller.
Yeah, she was She was there, but she was looking at one of the other ones. And I pointed right at it, and I was like, I want that one. I'm sorry. I'm buying it because he called me out and said I wouldn't fucking do it. So that's how the scare
Famous
tactic
last
works,
words.
right?
It happened two within 5 minutes. Famous last words. I gotta ask my wife.
Well,
I
at
was
least
like,
he asked
wow.
and didn't just show up a month later with something.
This is true. This is true.
Mhm.
I showed up with I think like 2 or 3 from San Diego, and then I showed up with 2 or 3 from Pomona like 2 months later.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah,
go
man, you
Pomona.
can't just have one. It's like potato chips, dude. You can't just have one.
I mean, you can, but you're not going to get anywhere with it, and you're going to get bored real quick.
Yeah, eat the whole damn bag.
No.
So, you guys have been at this for how long now?
Almost like
Almost 10 years.
10 years.
10 years.
Almost 10 years.
So you're kind of hitting that point where either you're going to be that well-known name in the industry or it's going to be a struggle. But I think you guys have done really well with everything you do. I've always loved your advertising, even though I steal the animals off your banners, so you have to change them every year.
Yeah, I know.
And
I don't even have the animal on my banner anymore. You do. I mean, I don't know, John. I'm not looking to be the biggest guy in town. I'm not looking to be, some super well-known, entity. We have a pretty good following. To me and to us, we pride ourselves on having, I would say, a smaller collection than a lot of folks that maybe have been, in the hobby, in the industry for 10 years. We have a couple hundred animals, but we pride ourselves on the quality of the animals, and really putting into what we produce. And so, do I need to be well known? No, but all I try and all we try to do is to just earn the respect of people for what we have, what we produce, and what we stand for. And really, that's what it's about for us. I don't need to be a big name. I don't want to be a big name. We enjoy it. We have fun. And that's what I think is key, is to make sure you still have fun. It's like, baby season, eggs come. It's, holiday season all over again. It's still exciting. The anticipation, what did the odds give us this time? Did we hit our goal? Those kinds of things are we're working towards certain things, and just trying to do those things and achieve the things that we set out for ourselves. I don't need to be, the next JKR, Aussie, mutation creation, those kinds of folks. I mean, that's not really what we're about. We enjoy being, the size we are and what we produce. We've got 50 plus breeding girls this year, and we're not breeding the ones that, went last year. We try and give them a year off in between. So we've got that balance. What are the leeches barking?
Yep, they're crawling around.
They're making a lot of noise.
Sorry for interrupting your very intelligent speech.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, that's what we've got going on this year. 50, 55, females that we're trying to get going. And, if we get 100, 150 babies this year, that's good for us. But again, it's it's in the quality of what we produce. I'm not about the quantity. So that's kind of what we've stood for from the beginning.
And what I've always enjoyed about you guys is like you've always made it feel like family. Like even though we took our jabs at each other when we first met each other, it's always been family. Like you welcomed us and like let us use your booth to shoot videos or to change a diaper because we couldn't get into a freaking bathroom to change the babies or whatever it is. Like I think you guys do a really good job about making the customer always feel welcomed and feeling involved. And that's something that I've tried to take from you guys and implement in my own style of how I want to do things.
I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
But-
thank you. We try our best at treating people the way we want to be treated. So it is a mutual respect and not, oh, well, you know, they're too big for us to, you know, even say hello to. I'm never going to be that type of person where somebody walks by and says hello and I don't acknowledge them.
Nah,
That's a big thing
that's
for me.
not how we're wired. However, with what you just stated, if I get every swinging dick coming around trying to change a diaper in my booth from now on, I'm gonna be really fucking mad, John.
You know, I'm gonna have to fucking put money down on that now, right? Like I'm gonna have to hit up people at the next super show we're all at. Be like, hey, go to Unbelievaballs, take your stroller over there and ask if you could change your diaper.
Yeah,
Hey,
And when
and
Todd
Feely's
tells me
not-
to fuck off, just tell him
Feely's
that it was
not
me.
the first.
Feely
Feely is not the first to do that. I think Holly Cash was the first to change the baby's diaper in our booth.
yes.
Yep, Holly was first.
Oh.
Yeah.
So for the pairings, who decides on the pairings? Does everyone get a say, or is
We
it?
actually just did that this
yeah.
weekend, this past weekend.
We all try to contribute to all the things that we like. Like all of us have our own individual projects that we really like working on, but we all contribute to each other's projects. Be like, oh, we could put this in here to make it even brighter or even more outstanding looking. And sometimes someone, Dad, doesn't agree, but but we go with it anyway.
Or someone is trying to chase something
Hold on.
and then no.
Uh-uh.
That was not
Negative
okay.
moves. Negative move.
I didn't catch whoever that was, but whoever that was, no.
So great
Yeah.
ball
Yeah.
Fryer. Did I say that right?
No,
Great ball fryer.
Yeah, wanted to know about changing adult diapers at the booth. It's a big fat negative.
Take a real hard
Yeah.
pass.
no, absolutely no.
Sorry,
Yeah.
that caught me off. That was a good one, Moose.
It was a good one. No, and we all contribute. Like they said, we just sat down and did that yesterday. We had our list, and then we had some others, you know, come up to wait to be able, you know, to get in the ring and you know, enter the game. So we just went through. We all took a pass at it, and got input from everybody, and then we come up with a plan. You know, like Hanna says, you know, she's got the things that she's really interested in, and same with Jodie, and same with me, and the stuff we can't decide on, you know, on our own, then yeah, we all collaborate and do that kind of thing. The girls will tell you it wasn't always that way, but
Nope.
and they're
It
probably
used to
right.
It used to be dad in charge. I'm going to make the decisions.
Yeah, but
Still
we
kinda
work through that, and you know, we talk about it, and you know, their feelings about it. I was open to it, you know, just what we do. We work together.
Yeah, we had to shove some things in his face to make him see that he was being selfish.
Indeed.
But we got him to change his tune.
Well, I mean, with the way Hanna runs around the shows anyways, I think she's able to offer a different perspective than what's always seen. Because
I don't know. She's
a little
someone
butterfly. I mean, unless you guys got her to start locking down into the shows and actually staying at the booth. But every time I've seen her, she's been like a little social butterfly, and she roams from booth to booth, and she kind of sees what's popular at each show.
Like,
yeah,
dude,
and she wants to come home with every other animal that's out there.
She
the things that I enjoy.
She kicks ass when she's at the booth, like for real, dude.
I do better than both of them. I'll look at because I
does.
write my own check the receipt book. I write my own sales in the receipt book, and I'll look through the book and be like, all right, that was mine, that was mine, that was mine, that was mine. Oh, there's one of Mom's. That was mine, that was mine. And they're like, I'll look at them and I'll be like, y'all are slacking.
Yeah.
There will be times that I hand the higher priced animals to either dad or mom, usually dad, because he's, I don't want to call him the money man, but you know, he's the negotiator. Like if someone's like, hey, can you go lower on this? He'll be like, how about this? Like, you know, and that's why I give the higher end stuff to him. But like all the like mid lower end, I'm just like, here you go, let's do it, let's make money.
Oh, the things she says. But no, she I don't know. This kid, she surprises me a lot sometimes, you know, at the booth. You know, just talking and interacting with people. She's very personable, approachable. You know, you get some of those first time, you know, pet owners that come to the shows, and you know, they want to learn and they want to do this, but they don't necessarily, you know, their parents are encouraging them to do things on their own, and it's intimidating for a 10, 11, you know, 12-year-old person to sit there and try and ask questions of an adult. But when they see someone who's, you know, their age, you know, or in that bracket, much more approachable, and she's really good with that. So, and you know, we kind of pride ourselves on, you know, helping new pet owners, new people interested in the hobby, in the industry, becoming educated, you know, and doing those kinds of things. I mean, that's the future of this hobby right there. You know, it's not me, it's not you. We're already here. So in order for us to stay strong and grow, it's bringing those new individuals and those with the interest, and keeping their interest and those kinds of things. So it works.
I'm going to ask a weird question that I've never really asked because it just kind of popped in my head. But I know you guys had a fairly large span on what you did shows, or where you did shows. I mean, if I remember right, you basically went from Colorado. Well, like you guys are based out of California, but you would push from California. You do the Arizona shows, you do the Vegas shows, and then you would do, I think it's Denver, right?
That's
You guys were
correct.
hitting the Denver shows, so that's a pretty wide spread. With not doing that this year, did you find it more difficult to push your hatchlings or to maintain that normal rate of sales that you guys usually have?
We definitely haven't sold anywhere near what we normally do with doing 2 shows a month or close to 2 shows a month.
Typically one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
It's been a struggle.
It's been different.
But with learning how to become more of an online presence, like figuring out how to do Morph Market and Instagram, Facebook, making it virtual, it really boosted our, I don't want to say our following, but like our, what we can show.
Yeah.
More across the country than just those few states.
Yeah. Thank you.
I've always, you know, had a few things up on Morph Market here and there, but it hasn't been like, okay, here's my whole, list of available items, up on Morph Market. And yeah, we do really well at the shows. It's kind of the bread and butter for us. And so not being able to do that, has been a struggle. We certainly have a lot more hatchlings, still in the racks than we typically do. But I'm okay making this shift. I think it's been good. I've enjoyed doing it. I wanted to have more of an online presence. I just never sat down and buckled up and did it. But it's been good, fruitful for us. But yeah, certainly different, certainly a struggle, more so than doing a show every month. So
besides, it took me that long to get comfortable with shipping. I'm terrified of shipping animals and them not getting where they need to get to, and that I'm afraid for the animal.
Let's just say she has some extreme paranoia.
Yeah.
I
see how FedEx
really don't blame you on
it. It's still an animal. It still has feelings and nerve endings, and he can feel pain. And he handles all the shipping because my anxiety can't do it.
I know a guy with a shipping video if you need help there, Miss Jodie. Oh, I'm just kidding.
Nope, he'll do it. Not me. I take care of all of them, and
I had to shameless plug, okay?
That's what I was about to say. It was shamelessly plugging a video there.
That's okay. That's okay.
No, I understand that though. Like, I remember my first one, I didn't go to sleep that night, like until 10 o'clock the next day when the guy texted me and said, "Hey, I got the snake, everything's good." I didn't go to sleep. Like, I was wigging out. And I wish my wife would have kept me from making that sale, but it is what it is. My first snake, I had a bad seller's regret. So the first one I sold was that lavender girl I picked up. That lavender het G-stripe that I had from.
Oh, yep.
And I was like, I can't believe I fucking let that go. But live and learn,
Yeah, Todd has those regrets also.
We've got plenty of those stories. Plenty.
Or not pulling the trigger fast enough and picking up what he wants to get.
That
and
too.
He goes, and then goes back to get it when he finally makes his decision and it's gone there.
Yeah, one of my favorites that I always love to rub in his face was we made just a perfect, it was an inchy cinnamon hypo. It was beautiful. It was the most beautiful thing. And I said, "Dad, can we please keep it? It looks beautiful. We can use it." And he's like, "I'm going to bring it with us." And I'm like, "What are you doing?" He priced it for $550. This one chick showed up, looked at it, basically said, "Here's money. I'm taking the snake." I wanted to smack him so hard because that thing would have been so useful and it was gorgeous. Now all I have left is a picture and I'm mad. So, thanks, Dad.
Hey, stuff happens. It's all good.
You're not going to keep every snake, whether you want to or not. It's just
one. If you saw that one snake, you would have been looking at him like, "What are you doing?"
Well, no, because what was it? Was it an 8-ball pied or a Suma pied or what was it?
What, the gray matter?
Was it the gray matter that I tried to put in my pocket just to screw with him?
That was No, it wasn't. No, it was a wannabe panda pie.
Was that it? I couldn't remember what it was.
Oh, the super cinnamon pie.
Yeah.
Yeah, you kept showing it off, and then you gave it to Hanna so we could video it. And she's like, no, I can't let you hold this one. I can't let you hold this one. And I was like, you're going to let me hold that one. She's like, no, I can't let you hold this one. Dad said no one can touch this one. And then I finally got it from Hanna, and I faked like I was putting it in my pocket. And like everyone darted over to that side. I was like, I'm not going to steal the steak. Calm down.
So that was not the super cinnamon pie. That was the Hypo super black pastel champagne. Basically a gray matter that's made with black pastel instead of cinnamon, but it was also Hypo. Yeah, that's the one. So, yeah, we almost had words about that one, buddy.
Well, I wouldn't have stolen it. Like, I'm not going to do that. I'm not an asshole. I was just messing with you because you were saying I couldn't hold it. That's who I am. Like, if you tell me I can't do something, I'm going to do it.
Oh, I know.
Oh, I'm right there with you.
I'm all right with it.
So going into this next year, and we were kind of talking about your pairings coming up. Can you each talk about maybe one project that you're really excited for?
That's hard. I got lots. I got lots.
Well, you're like that kid that sees shiny things, or that squirrel that sees shiny things. You're like, ooh, shiny.
Squirrel. I don't know what.
It's okay, Hanna. I still love you, dear. I just got the death glare from Hanna. That's the first time I think I've ever made her mad.
Yeah, welcome to the party, bud.
Yeah, they're just too many. What are we looking forward to the most?
Dad has too many in his head. I already know it.
What are we doing? I'm putting puzzle with Hypo and, a couple other codoms included in there. Codoms, incomplete dominant, whatever you want to call it these days. So I know someone's going to comment on it, so I might as well just say it now. A lot with Recessive. The Orange Dream, Yellow Belly, and Cheek Pied is up to fighting weight. So that boy's going to see a couple girls, couple pied girls. See if we can't make some more of those. He's just stellar. Incredible looking animal. Would love to make more of those. What else we doing?
No, we each have our own projects.
Yeah.
So
Show off the goods.
you can't see through the paper.
Yes, you can.
No, you can't.
We're bringing more leopard and spot nose and chocolate into the clown. Doing those things. What else? I forget.
We have the different albino projects and lavender projects, and
We've got lavender lines going. We have albino lines going. We have.
So it's funny, Feely, since they're naming off all of these things, I had a buddy come over not too long ago, and we were doing a deal on Desert Ghost stuff. And, he came to him and he was checking some things out, and he's looking at tags, and he's looking, and he's seeing these different Recessive projects. And he's like, dude, how many Recessive genes are you working with? And I was like, I don't know. There's a few. And he started counting, and I didn't even realize it. But I think it's like 8 or 11 that we've got going on. And it's just crazy to think, how can you, stay focused in something with that many different Recessive lines? But it is a focus for us. I like the long game. I feel that a lot more of the beauty in the animal is on the recessive side than it is, on the flip side. So not taking anything away from any of those animals or the, genetic creations that are out there. But, I think recessive is just where it's at. And I truly feel that they're far more beautiful. So
I fully agree. I think I'm finally going to have one recessive that you guys might not. And I'll finally have a bargaining chip with you.
Oh, what
you
is
got
so?
me. My ears are perked.
What you got?
It's a T positive form that most people don't play with. Bringing in Monarch.
Oh,
We already
welcome
have
Well, fine. Damn it. I thought I was finally going to have some leverage.
that's all right. I mean,
Yeah,
I've only got a pair. I've got a pair right now. So there's always room for more, buddy. We'll take your bargaining chip. Yeah. No, that's a really, really cool gene.
I like it.
And I'm only saying it for his benefit, but it's not like the Ultramel at all, because that's kind of crap.
If he's in here, I really hope he heard that.
Yeah.
Zack Attack, he's probably still over on Mutation Creations right now.
Yeah.
He always watches. He always goes back and watches, so he's gonna hear how much you think Ultramel sucks and Monarch's amazing.
Monarch
That's
is
right.
amazing.
Yeah. No, but I really like the Monarch. I can't wait to do some things with it. I have a pair of hets right now, just to kind of dip my toe in the pool a little bit, play with it a little bit, see what we got. So we've got Spot Nose and Cypress in the mix, so it should be fun. So we'll see how it goes.
That's freaking awesome. Who chose to get into Monarch? I gotta know.
That was him.
Great mind.
He got it in some bundle. He didn't even plan on keeping it at first. He had to look it up and then be like, maybe I should keep these.
Hanna called you out.
Yeah.
No, we've got a lot of different things going on.
So, Miss Jodie, what's your project?
Oh God! So I have two projects that I have most of my attention to, and that's my albinos and my spot nose. Well, my spot nose is all over the map because somebody finally jumped in my boat and decided, oh, that is really cool. And so now he's putting my spot nose into all this clown stuff and what else? Red stripe and
red stripe.
I don't know. I have my albino stuff and my spot nose stuff, and then the rest of them is all the two of them putting their heads together. And there's so many genes out there and mixes that I literally have to put each gene name and not the squashed name that whoever came up with named it, because I won't know what I'm doing. And on my tags on my snake tubs, I have each gene with their name so that I know what they are. Otherwise, I'm like, what is that again?
Yeah. So
what is that again?
Earlier today when we were making that giant list, she's looking at me like, what's this? What is in here again? And I'm like, you should know this. She literally asked me what a lemon blast was.
I did not.
Yes,
I
you
said
did.
it was this and this.
No, you
I
said it was
asked you
a
what
firefly.
Mystic Potion was.
That too. She asked me what Mystic Potion was.
I'm the mom. I take care of them all. I clean them all. I breed them all. And I just do what I'm told. Here's your list. Print it out and just do that. So that's what I do. If there's too many genes in it, Like, we just found out that one of our powerhouse boys
He's
has
like 7
two,
genes.
yeah, he's got like 7 or 8 genes in him.
7. I
And
think.
we didn't even know that 2 of them were in there until a clutch popped out, and I'm sitting there scratching my head going, where'd this come from? And I'm like, we didn't breed that with this. Where'd it come from? Well, it turns out that this one boy has all these genes in it and went poof.
Now we have these weird, like, almost white snakes that we don't know what they are.
We have a pretty good idea.
Well, now.
Now.
Before
Yeah.
they had their, like, first couple sheds, they were like all white, so we had no idea what they were. But then as they started to shed more and bring in more color, we can process in our brains like this went to this, and then this happens when this happens, and then we're like, oh, it's probably this then, and then yeah. That was a lot of thises in that sentence.
This and that. Yep.
This and that.
This and that.
What about you, Miss Hannah?
I have a couple. I mean, the one technically we've already done it, but like I don't know. I have banana. I'm a real sucker for banana. Only I don't know why it touches my heart so much, but it really does, and it does some cool stuff. And I had to really reel Dad in on this one because he would see all these things like, oh, it really fades everything. I'm like, have you seen it with this? And he was like, oh, okay. And so I had to kind of, push him. And so I have this one female that I'm really happy that I have her. I named her Blossom, or technically she came with the name Blossom, but we ain't gonna get into that. She is the most stunning thing that you will ever see. She is beautiful. And we technically have already done this pairing, but we're gonna do it again to where she is a banana cinnamon lesser, and we're gonna put her to a pastel inchy head clown, or pastel inchy clown, not head clown. And so we're gonna make all these crazy banana inchy combos, which is so good because the inchy really brings out the purples in the banana, and it's fantastic. And I love purple a lot. And I just love all the stuff that it does. Like, we had some killer female, because they're all gonna be female bananas. Thank God that she's a female maker. Happy about that. We're gonna have all these killer female banana stuff that will make some big bucks, but that's not even what I care about. I care about the colors and all the crazy stuff that's gonna happen, and it's just there. She's fun. She's a fun breeder. I like her a lot. I went way too hard on that.
No, I like it. You were excited. It's okay. You can be excited about your projects. You're supposed to be.
And then the other one that I'm probably excited for is I just love pies. Like every other person, I love pies. And we have so many pie projects going on. We have like, what, 6?
A lot.
We have a lot. We have a lot of pies. And we're all good. We're just going to make a bunch of more pies. And some of them are going to be really cool. Like we have, like Dad was talking about earlier, the Orange Dream Yellow Belly Inchy Pie. We can make it more and maybe with more stuff in it. And it's going to be crazy. I love watching all of the different things that happens with pie. Like some are really high white pies, some are really low white pies, some are like perfectly distributed. And I love pies. That's it.
We have the Bell projects too, but
Yeah.
we try to keep our Bell projects pure. So like super lesser, super fire, well, black eyes,
Technically still a
but
Bell
super
product.
fire.
Super butters.
Yeah, I would rather know that my animal is all this instead of this and this
cross.
that makes it. Because then when you go to breed it to something else, you've got all these different things. So I try to stay more on the pure side.
You don't want to have a lesser Mojave and then try to figure out which one it was.
Plus, it's not the same though. Like the crosses, I feel like the crosses don't get the high white like other like pure bells do. Like I'll look at our super lesser that is a pure lesser to lesser, and she's like pearl white. And then I'll look at one of the other ones. Like, for example, we had a bamboo Mojave at one point, which for some reason bamboo is also in the Bell project, I think, unless I'm totally wrong.
You're right.
And it does and it was like purple.
Oh yeah.
It didn't look the same. It was still considered a bell, but it wasn't the same.
It wasn't white.
It wasn't white. Like how people look for white snakes. It wasn't a white snake. It was like a lavender snake. Pink. Purple thing
with faint pattern.
Yeah, if you put a black light over it, it had like a hidden pattern, which was really cool. So,
and then I just like the real high contrast.
Yeah, she likes that.
Like my favorite pairing, which will always be my favorite pairing, is my black pastel albino to my albino. He makes the most gorgeous babies.
You'll probably never find a black pastel albino hatchling as pretty as his babies are. I'm just gonna say it now. It's not gonna happen. You can try. People that are listening that do albinos, you can try. It's not gonna happen.
So how long did it take you guys to grow to the structure that you're in? Like you said you're at, what was it? I think close to 300 with hatchlings.
Yeah, roughly. I think we've been at the number we're at right now for 2-3 years. Probably closer to 2, but yeah, I mean, when like Hanna described, from that first snake, coming from the reptile rescue, we went from there, and like literally within a year we were like 30 or 60.
And tanks. We had tanks everywhere. Tanks everywhere.
Yeah. So it was the whole evolution. We had vision cages everywhere, all of those things, and then I made my own racks, and then I got into the vision racks, and now we've got ARS racks. I still have some vision stuff, but I'm looking to move into ARS to replace those at some point. But it's just the whole evolution that I think at some point, I'll say 80% of people kind of start out having I don't think we had glass enclosures, but we had vision.
We had tanks. We had a couple.
Yeah. We had critter condos and vision, and stacked up against the walls, and the whole bit. So, and then as you get more, you don't have room for all that stuff. You move into rack systems and whatnot. But yeah, I think we've been sustaining those numbers for a few years now.
At least 3.
Yeah.
Before my surgery, we were up there.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's been good. It's fun.
So, I know Miss Jodie does spicy food on top of it. Like, she's known for cookies and her suckers at the shows. Was that a family thing, or was that just her trying to bring something else to the table, or where did the habanero recipes come from?
So we've always enjoyed spicy food, habaneros, ghost peppers, scorpions, all of those things. We enjoy cooking with them, putting them, all that. And I had plants, and I was growing my own ghost peppers. And we had so many. My cousin, he had just gotten out of culinary school, and he was like, "Have you thought about making jam?" I was like, "No." So he gave me a simple recipe. He's like, "Go check this out. Go look at a couple other things." and I like to cook anyway. That's kind of my therapy. It's calming for me. And so I started making jam, ghost pepper jam, and it was a real big hit. Like, if I don't show up to shows without jam, without cookies, I'll get to the cookies in a minute, but if we don't show up with those things, people are pissed. Like, vendors, patrons of the show, return patrons of the show, they come back and they're like, "You're the jelly guy," you know, or "Where are your cookies?" You know, and it's really cool to be, you know, remembered for something other than your animals. I certainly, you know, love that people come back for my animals, but those kinds of things are memorable. And, you know, really, you know, we put our efforts into those things as well. And then, you know, Jodie's always been really good with baking. So she's like, "You know what? I'm going to just try this one day." And she ended up chopping up a bunch of fresh habaneros and throwing them into some chocolate chip cookies into the batter. And they are damn good. You know, a mix of chocolate and heat and sweet and the whole bit, right? So, so we bagged those up and they're on the table for sale as well. I don't think we're going to be able to do that anytime soon, you know, with COVID, but don't worry. As soon as we can, people, we got you. So, but yeah, so, and then, you know, the girls, you know, wanted to try and do chocolate suckers and whatnot. So they got some molds of lizards or snakes, and they started doing that and painting them and, you know, decorating and something for the kids walking around the show. You know, if a kid can stop their parent and go, "I want that," and then their eyes come over here to my display cases, you know, it's all marketing. It's all ways to keep people, you know, attention and at your booth and talk to them and whatnot. But honestly, we just enjoy food. That's my passion as well. I really enjoy cooking and doing those sorts of things. I like to see, you know, the pleasure in people's faces and whatnot when I put something out on the table. And if I can do that at a reptile show with my spicy jam or with her cookies and whatnot, it's, you know, it's just as good. So.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
You know, barbecue sauce. I was just looking up a recipe for that, Jerome.
Yeah, you stick to your mac and cheese, buddy.
That's Jerome.
Yeah,
He's got a lot of stuff from us.
I know.
Shout out to you, Jerome. We love you.
Yeah, we're gonna have a mac and cheese throwdown here with Jerome.
Oh, he's gonna lose.
You heard it here.
Nice.
When we get to the point to where we can have a macaroni and cheese cook-off, my dad has no one has a chance. Nobody.
That's a little far-fetched. I'm sure there are far, you know, others that do a
No
better
one
job.
has tasted your what smoked
Don't say
chicken
it.
cheese.
You said it.
What? You said it. You said what?
You said the secret.
And
You said the secret. You can't give Jerome these ideas about how we do and how we roll.
he won't do it right.
House and he's gonna no.
He won't do it right. He will mess it up. He won't get the right cheeses.
All the love. So
Yeah,
much
all
love.
the love and all the
All
shit
the
talking.
love.
Here we go.
That's what Fealys here for. Smack talk.
Yeah,
I'm not here for smack talk. Not today.
not today.
I reserve the smack talk for in person only. I don't
Or
like to talk
back to
shit
that
behind
show.
people's.
Well, I don't get to see Jerome enough to talk shit in person, so I'm gonna take my opportunity.
Well, you're a busy man in the first place. Like
Yeah.
you do what? You travel, what is it, 2 like 2 hours away, 3 hours away from the family every week, work, and then you work a full week and come back for like 2 days, take care of the snake stuff, take care of the family stuff, and rinse and repeat. That's the fact that you have time to do anything is amazing, sir.
Yeah, the girls, they take care of everything, you know, as far as the snake business and whatnot, and you know, they do all that while I'm out working. I come home on the weekends and we look at things, we, you know, palpate, you know, and see where we're at. You know, I do the feeding, they handle the cleaning and pairing, you know, it works out well. But yeah, you know, this is what we got right now. It pays the bills, and that's what it's all about, staying afloat.
So when you guys went into this, was it ever thought of as just taking care of the collection, or did you decide that you needed to see, well, obviously, like when you start a business, you want to see a profit, but what was the goal for the collection?
Honestly, I don't think we ever had discussed a goal at all. It just kind of evolved on its own. We enjoy the animals. I enjoy animals over anything else. And
as long as it's not a creepy crawly.
Yeah, I don't do bugs. But the animals, it's a passion, it's a hobby. We all enjoy it. We love their little faces, and watching them come out of the eggs is my favorite part. So I would never say that we were looking at it as a business opportunity. It just kind of happened that way. And whatever comes of it, comes of it. It's not like we need to reach this many at this time and make this much. And it's not that at all. It's about the animals and taking care of them and creating different patterns and colors, and seeing everybody else's faces when they see what we've done and the excitement that we have with it. And it's just happening on its own.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, we just like to make what we like, you know. You know, everybody talks about it. It's the hardest piece of advice to give somebody when the question is asked, you know, well, what should I pair with what? Or, you know,
well, now I feel bad.
You know, what should I pair with what? You know, what do you think I should do with this? And what do you think I should do with that? I mean, honestly, it's what you like. It's, you know, if you're doing what everybody else is doing, then okay, go buy that and go buy that and put those together and make that, you know, and you can certainly do that. But I just, you know, I don't feel as though, aside from, you know, a couple of the wild-caught projects that I have right now, I don't feel as though I'll ever be the guy to be the world's first in making something. There's far too many people that are, you know, well ahead of me in the projects that I'm doing. But what I'm doing, I like doing. You know, I'm not making it because somebody made it. I'm making it because I like how that animal looks and I like the outcome. And that's what I try and, you know, instill in people is get out there and look what's out there. Imagine things in your mind about, if I take this and I take this, and, you know, what's that going to do? And then sometimes you're completely surprised by what that does. And, you know, which is even cooler. But I mean, that's the hardest thing. So I've told myself, you know, the same why we each have our own kind of projects that we like, and we're, you know, bring down that path of, well, okay, we've done this, and let's see if we can add that layer or this, or put this twist in it. And we're just doing what we like. You know, I always tell people that, like Jodie said a minute ago, you know, it's a passion, it's a hobby. We enjoy it. We enjoy the animals. We enjoy working with the animals, having them around. And, you know, I've got a real job. You know, I go to work, you know, 9 to 6, 9 to 7, whatever, sometimes depending on the project, every day. And, you know, I do that, and that helps support, you know, our hobby, our passion. You know, I don't think I ever want this to be a business, you know, because in my opinion, sometimes the business takes the fun out of it. And right now we have fun. You know, if you're trying to make sure you're, you know, watching margins and things and bottom lines and all that stuff, and, you know, sometimes business isn't fun. I'm trying to keep it fun. I'm trying to keep it real. And, you know, we just do what we like, and we have fun doing it. And, you know, we've been fortunate enough for people like you know, Jerome, who's also on here, and many, many others who like the things that we have produced, and, you know, continue to follow and continue to support us and our hobby and our passion. And we're thankful for that, and very grateful for all of that. You know, we just do what we do. We do what we like, and it's worked out really well for us.
Well, I got to take you for it, because honestly, the ratio is probably going to be a little off. Sorry. But I think you guys make up like at least a quarter. I think it's closer to a third. But I want to say it's at least a quarter of my collection. So.
Well, I know that some of my girls have a good home over there, so.
Yes, they do for now. They're hopefully putting eggs out. A lot of them have, or a lot of them are getting ready to go into ovulation. So they'll have probably another 2 years at least here, just because I have my ideas and how I want to switch things around. But that's one of the things I told my wife too, though, is I know what I can do by myself, and I don't want to force Scout to have to be a part of it. You know what I mean? Like, if she wants to sit there and hold snakes or whatever while I'm cleaning snake poop or cleaning waters, great. But if she doesn't, I want to be able to manage everything myself. So I always told her I think I'm going to limit ball pythons to probably 60 max at one time. So
We'll say that.
that'll. Well, no, I say it because I have 3 kids and they take a lot of freaking time.
Yep.
I'm going.
You know, we don't bring new ones in unless we get rid of some, because I have my limit. I have my limit. And where we're at right now is my limit.
And there's nothing wrong with that. That was a serious talk, because I got a wild hair up my ass when I first started, and I was like, oh yeah, I could totally handle 100, 200 by myself, no issue. But then I started thinking about, and I could if I didn't have the 3 kids and my wife that all wanted time as well.
Yeah.
I got to make time for them, and
yep.
I think I do pretty good now. But
before I had major surgery, I took care of all the snakes and all the rodents all by myself. And now, thank goodness, I have my buddy John that takes care of my rodents because I physically can't do it anymore. But I take care of all those snakes, and Hannah takes care of the hatchlings. And I need hazard pay.
We both do.
We need hazard pay. Tell Todd, you know you're listening over there. Hazard pay. I get bit all the time.
And
So-
so am I. I'm starting
That
to
Monarch,
get too.
that Monarch that I bought, I literally bought it because it bit Scout. I have tried. Like, I have literally wiped fucking rat on her hand and put her hand in front of snakes. And I don't know what it is, but they won't bite her. But as soon as she held that Monarch when we were at our buddy's place, it fucking... I was like, I'm buying that snake. I don't care how much it is. Like, that has to come home with me. I need a snake that'll actually bite her.
Yeah, I have quite a few.
She's got battle scars.
It's not
Oh,
even
yeah.
like it's that bad, though.
When you
Yeah.
have a
Both bites.
3,500 gram female wrap your thumb all the way up your arm and blood is gushing everywhere.
It's like she hit a vein or something. Because when I walked in, her thumb was just kind of
Yeah,
this kind of thing.
spurting blood.
Because mom has a very, very high pain tolerance. Okay.
You ever seen that movie? You ever seen that movie UHF?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
UHF with Weird Al. The guy who cuts his thumb off with the table says, "My face red." Yeah, that's what it was like.
Yeah, it's pretty much what happened. She has such a high pain tolerance that if you hear her scream, it hurt. I remember at one point she didn't get bit. She almost did. One of our girls flung out and wrapped our curtains.
Oh yeah.
I don't remember if Dad was home for that. It's just a flesh wound.
Just a flesh wound. Yeah, I've got many scars.
Unless you get a tooth.
Rat bites are the worst, though.
Yes.
I'll take a snake bite over a rat bite any day.
That's facts.
Yeah. I haven't gotten like a really bad snake bite. The one that I can call the worst was one of my very first because this was before we used perlite. We used vermiculite at the very beginning of our breeding stuff. And we'd have to wash the vermiculite off of the babies. So that was my job. I was like, oh yeah, I get to wash them and they're cute, whatever. Straight out of the egg, this dude latched onto my cuticle of my finger. My whole tip of my finger was in his mouth. It hurt so bad because it hit right on my cuticle and it hurt really bad. And they're both looking at me like, what just happened? All you're doing is watching a snake in a sink. And I'm like, it bit me. I'm screaming because I'm like, what? 9?
I don't remember.
I don't know. I was young and I screamed.
Can you believe she's gonna be 17 this year? Ugh.
Look at his face.
Yep.
No,
Same face I make, dude.
no, no. Hannah, you will always be 14-year-old Hannah in my eyes.
Oh yeah, I was 14.
I'm sorry. 14 or 15.
14-year-old me wasn't really cool though.
I mean, you were cool enough to show a nervous wreck old man around a show and get me to buy your snakes. So.
I mean, that's just how I am though. Like, I really want to like get the people involved. Like people that even if they don't purchase animals from us, I'll bring them around and show them things like, oh, this can do this, and like if you wanted to get this, it can do this. Like I'm really passionate about educating people because there's so many bad things that goes around. Like snakes are slimy, they're all poisonous. I hate that. I literally every time someone says
That's
poison,
going to be the clip from this video.
Right.
Poisonous.
I've been like begging mom to find a way to get it's venomous, not poisonous on a t-shirt just so I can wear it and like be like, hey, did you read it?
There's things called puffy paint,
That's
fabric paint,
no.
you can make it yourself.
No, it's not cool.
Sure.
But anyway, if I hear someone say that word, even if it's mid-sentence, it'll be like, hey, I don't mean to interrupt, but it's venomous, not poisonous. And they're like, oh, good to know, because like they learned something. That's my goal talking to any person is if they learn something.
You're going to be a dangerous agent one day.
Ha.
I love it. So, oh, Lord. Sorry, I just lost my train of thought.
It happens.
We talked about the history a little bit. We talked about your upcoming year. What do you think is the best thing about the community? Like, if you could pinpoint what brought you into the community and held you there the best, or you know what I'm trying to say. My words are fucking not working tonight.
Okay.
For me,
What hooked you into the community and kept you there?
Right?
Yeah.
For me, I think it was how Jason Hayward from Shar was so open and explained so much about all the different animals that she was holding and interested in, and was just honest. He told it like it was. Like, this is this, and
stay away from that.
He took the time to explain to us about each animal that she was holding, and he made it interesting. Like, the way he described things and explained things just grabbed your attention. And the fact that he spent so much time with her at not even 7 years old. And then when we did start collecting more ball pythons, and it's in the middle of the night, and just out of, lack of education, unfortunately, one of our snakes passed away in a not so great way, and I was freaking out, hysterical, crying, and on the phone with him at 2:00 in the morning. And he was just, it's okay, these things happen, you learn from your mistakes. And I think, honestly, he, other than, other people in my life as I'm growing up prior to being with Todd and having Hanna, having reptiles, I honestly think that Jason is the one that pushed me into wanting to learn more about the snakes. And the fact that she wanted to make snake babies.
Well,
that's what it is for me, dude. I mean, I love the reptile community. I've made a lot of great friends in the reptile community. To me, I don't want to say it's more about that than the animals, but I really, really enjoy the people that I can call my friends that I've met through this community. But really, to answer your question, what drew me in and what's kept me here, I had iguanas growing up. We had a red tail in the house, and those kinds of things. So I had that when I was younger, but it's really my daughter's passion for, what she wanted to do, and me, already having, a love for the animals, and then being able to share that with her and have her, grow into that and learn and be exposed to a number of different things. She understands the science behind it, the Punnett squares and the percentages, and all the genes, and she's a little out of practice now. She's 16, more into her friends than those kinds of things. Yeah, love the face, but I got you, girl.
Sure.
But I mean, she would just kind of blow my mind with some of the knowledge that she retains, and the whole science aspect behind doing what we do and those kinds of things, and really just following her and her passions has really keeps me going.
It's awesome.
It's awesome.
It's nice to have a daddy that supports your desires, huh, kiddo?
Yeah. It really does. Because, like, watching my parents also feel the love that I have for these animals is truly amazing to me. Because, like, I really thought that once I got the first one, we weren't going to get any more. Like, he would be the one that we had for a really long time, or for however long he lived for, and that'd be it. And watching our family grow with knowledge and passion for we're doing here is just amazing to me, and I really enjoy it. And I thank you both a lot for letting me continue.
It's a good thing. It's fun.
Keep cleaning that poop, girl.
Coming from the one who doesn't do it.
He does. If he sees some that
he
need to
sees
be
it,
done when he's cleaning.
He's feeding.
Yeah, I clean.
We clean.
Well, I know Dad has to go to work tomorrow, so I don't want him to use all his free time. You want to let us know, Miss Hanna, where we can find y'all, and then we'll let you guys wrap up.
Well, you can find us at Facebook and Instagram at Unbelievaballs. If you want to follow me personally, it's Snake Girl Hanna at Instagram. I don't have
I'm gonna
Facebook.
have to edit that out. You're a minor. You can't do that.
Dang, lame.
I'm just kidding.
Um,
That's gonna be one that's on Mom and Dad, though. In all honesty, I can't keep that in here if they're not okay.
I can't tell you how many people from the reptile community follow me. Like, majority of my followers are reptile people. Like, I have maybe 20 people from school that are my friends. All of the however many more are all my reptile people. And people from shows that find me, because Dad tags me in every single post that he does. So,
but Dad's dad, he's allowed to. I can't. Like, I felt bad about it over the last couple of days, but I used it to kind of promote the show, which I shouldn't have done because I should have asked Dad first or Mom. Which I didn't think about it because I'm used to just tagging the hell out of everyone all the time, and it's not the right thing to do with a minor. I know you're close, and it probably won't matter, but it's still not the right thing to do.
Much appreciated and respected, but it's reptile people. I usually see who she adds, so if it's something that's not reptile related, I question it, but most of them are reptiles, and it's all reptiles.
Yep. It's pretty accurate.
Geckos, chameleons. She's got friends all across the board.
I got friends that are not in the United States.
I know, that are reptile related.
They're reptile people.
But
So we have Facebook, we have Instagram.
Facebook, Instagram, Morph Market, and I think that's it. So those three. Facebook, Instagram, and Morph Market, all at Unbelievaballs. Which I just noticed right now, going across the thing on the bottom, is actually spelled wrong.
Yeah, I realized that too. I was hoping you wouldn't catch that. I think I spelled it wrong in the freaking thumbnail too, so I'm gonna have to go back and fix them.
Well, we all make mistakes.
We're not perfect, okay, Hanna? Jeez.
No.
Just kidding.
But yeah, Facebook, Instagram, Morph Market, all at the one that's listed on here. This way.
It's right if you go in the links. So just go to the links. Don't worry about what's scrolling across the bottom. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me tonight. I know you didn't have to. I know we had our struggles just with trying to get this scheduled. So I really appreciate you guys taking the time. Honestly, from the bottom of my heart, I freaking love you guys. I appreciate everything you've done for me. And I look forward to continuing the relationship that we've kind of grown.
Absolutely.
100%.
I was excited to just hang out and see your face.
Soon, hopefully.
I missed the rest of them though. Where are they not going to pop on in and say hello? Oh no, you can't.
I could try to get them in. No, I can't.
No, dude, no. You guys stay away from your kids.
Yeah,
Right.
you still have time that you have to stay quarantined. So no.
Yeah.
You just tell them that we say hello and we love
I'll
them.
make Mama
Give them
send
hugs and
pictures.
kisses when you
can't do
can.
that.
You didn't let me finish
I'll
my
make Mama
statement.
send you guys pictures
Yes.
and videos.
And
and
I'll
all that.
send you some cookies.
Yeah.
You guys have a great night. Thanks again.
You too.
All right, brother. Thank you for having us on. Appreciate it. And yeah, love you, man. Glad you're doing well.